वेलकम बैक। स्वागत है आप सभी का यहाँ पे वंस अगेन है। सो इम्पॉर्टेंट अनरिजॉल्व इश्यूज़ को लेके यहाँ पे जो यूनियन की तरफ से एफर्ट्स हैं उसको देखने वाले हैं दोस्तों वीडियो के माध्यम से। द लॉन्ग अनरिजॉल्व इश्यूज ऑफ द पेंशनर्स एंड द रिटायरीज ऑफ द बैंकिंग इंडस्ट्री so be back to be excused for encroaching upon your valuable time over the aforesaid subject. So, as you are having micro level knowledge of all the issues of pensioners, so we shall not go for any elaborations and just mention in short. जो पहला सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट हॉनरेबल फाइनेंस मिनिस्टर ऑफ इंडिया को लिखा गया है, द अपडेशन ऑफ पेंशन। सो जो 35(1) में क्लियरली मैंशनड है अपेंडिक्स 1 में दैट उसमें जो अमेंडमेंट भी हुई है दैट पेंशन अपडेशन होनी चाहिए रेगुलरली। The pension regulation of banks are framed on the pattern of pensions of central bank and RBI employees. So although the updation is being regularly extended to such senior citizens of the government and RBI employment, it is being wrongfully denied to bank pensioners despite clear mention in the pension regulation 35(1). So IBA, which is supposed to handle the issues in the normal course of business, has taken a position that a case is pending before the Honorable Supreme Court and it is difficult for them to discuss the issue. The logic is futile since there is no restrictive order of any court of India and hence the compliance of statutory regulations is the responsibility of the banks. So we have approached the officials of DFS on number of occasions and explained before them that it is a question of implementation of regulation framed and notified by government itself and it cannot be allowed to be questioned by anybody or IBA. Unfortunately, the voice of senior citizen has gone into wilderness. The pensioners and the family pensioners are dying every day in some parts of the country. उसके बाद जो मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट टॉपिक उठाया गया दैट इज़ द स्पेशल अलाउंस not being computed for purpose of calculation of pension and gratuity. So from 1st November 2012 onwards, 3 successive BPS settlements had signed and it attracts the DA for serving employees and officers. But when they retire from service, this special allowance is not computed for the purpose of calculation of pension and gratuity. So as per prayers of IBA, nearly 14 number of court cases which had been pending before several state high courts have been transferred to Honorable Delhi High Courts and no one knew when it would come up for hearing. So there is a decided verdict of Honorable Supreme Court on the specified subject to which we have drawn repeated attentions of DFS and IBA in terms of which an allowance which is universally paid, necessarily paid and ordinary paid is tantamount to the character of being treated as a part of basic pay and need to be considered for superannuation benefits. So as there is no restrictive order from any court of India, the issue can be bilaterally settled. So each issue is ultimately being dragged to court of law as ultimate resort for Indian and natural result is that time will be taken up and many beneficiaries will leave the world before justice. Next is denial of consultative forum at periodic level at IBA for sorting out different issues affecting the interest of pensioners and retirees. So on number of occasions we have sent representatives to different authorities to show the attitude of IBA is highly anomalous in this regard. So as per instructions of Government of India and IBA advised all the member banks to form a grievance redressal forum at corporate level where IBA has reluctance to discuss several issues. So we have We could have also discussed like discrimination in payment of DR to retirees depending on the date of the retirement. Next is the case of left outs. So there have been very few unfortunate retirees in the banking industry who for various and unavoidable reasons could not exercise their option to pension. So it may please be noted that similar such instances occurred in RBI and in general insurance companies. So in all such cases, the respective employers have accommodated the very few unfortunate persons by allowing them an opportunity to opt for pension. So, on a very compassionate ground, one more opportunity may please be given. The banking industry may please note be an exception in denying such opportunity which has been allowed by other organizations like RBI. Respected ma'am, you are aware of the fact that the senior citizens have already exploited the known means of persuasion and follow up. So, writing letters to all the decision making authorities, trying to meet them on a number of occasions and handovers, representations being backed with papers. So, when nothing transpired, the senior citizens choose the way of displaying their agony and aspirations by way of peaceful demonstration in at least 23 cities, mostly capital, and all talk at the call of CBPRO and AIB Park. The senior citizens most voluntarily have gone for a day long hunger fast. So, wherever there was no specific prohibition from authorities, the information has definitely reached the corridor of powers because the officers of concerned government agencies were in regular touch with the leadership. सो फ्रेंड्स आप यहाँ पे देख सकते हैं मिस्टर के आचार्य जी, सुप्रीता सरकार जी जो कि जनरल सेक्रेटरी हैं, बहुत ब्यूटीफुली रिटन है. You will kindly agree with us that we, the bank pensioners and retirees who had worked and served the banking industry with distinction in building the nation. So, friends, please make sure to share this update maximum so that it can reach to the corridor of the who are in power. So that's it. So please make sure to share this, subscribe the channel, and support us by the join button so that we can take out the important news covers of the daily aspects. So that's it. Thank you. Please like the video also so that you can boost the confidence.